club with a book in focus, The Competent Youth, and I'm sure you'd agree with us, it couldn't have come at a better time. And it's by an author, a distinguished author, in the studio with us this morning, James Useghan. How are you doing?
I'm well, I'm okay.
Okay, so I'm aware that this book is yet to be launched, right?
Yeah.
So, did you see this time of the future when you were writing this book? Or what were you thinking when you were writing the book? Because the book is a compilation of a lot of things. There's history inside. You had to bring your heritage inside. There's just like so much going on.
You're right. The Competent Youth was inspired by God. And I must commend one of my fathers who has been an inspiration right from childhood.
Which of the fathers now? Because you're a politician as well. Is it a godfather now?
No. I don't have a political.
School father.
It's more like, he's a spiritual father. I will call him my biological father, my spiritual father, my mentor. Now, I have lots of them. But this particular one, Pastor Benson Omomukoyo, he was the former GED of NNPC. He's retired and is now a full-time minister in my church, Gio. There was a time he was very angry with our youth, and he was displeased with the fact that we had sets of recycled leaders in Nigeria, in Africa, and while he was speaking, something dawned on me. I will call it the Holy Spirit. Pardon me. I'm a God-fearing person.
Did you say pardon you?
Yeah.
No, please. Don't be sorry.
Go ahead. Express yourself.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, so God ministered to me and said, look, you need to do something about this. Okay. To cut a long story short, I started going about advocating for young people, mounting and orchestrating programs, advocating for just an egalitarian society, because truly we are in a sorry state presently. We have leaders that are megalomaniacs in the system of things. We have recycled leadership where we have transactional power instead of a transformational power, So all of this were the things that my geo expressed that I picked, and then I created the youth movement. And then of course, while I was doing this for so many years, somebody came to me in 2019 and I said, boy, you've been talking too much. You need to practice what you preach. And that was how I got myself into politics, and then went for the election. I said, let me see. Instead of talking, go and practice and see things for yourself. And when I saw it, it was despicable. The system is despicable. Like I said, it's a transactional system where you have people being bought with money. Money was weaponized in the system. So if you are voting for me, if I give you as low as 100 naira, people will cast their vote. It was that bad. So I sat down. Out of 15 contestants as the youngest senatorial candidate, I was able to come forth in the election, where we had the PDP, the APC, and then the Ondo State governor then, is still the governor, he had his own personal party, which is the AA. So they came first, second, third, respectively. Then I came forth. Now, after looking at all of this, I noticed that out of 15 contestants coming forth without the help of any political godfather, without the help of any, it means there is hope in this country. And trust me, by the time we remove the transactional system out of place and bring transformational leaders, where we have competent people that can reason, people that are creative, people that are proactive, people that are preemptive, trust me, there will be a better chance for the country to grow. I can start mentioning the loopholes of the system, but time may not permit me. But the honest truth is, that was all that I saw, and I said, look, I need to come out and encourage people and tell people that there are better ways to make this happen. If it wasn't for the pandemic, we would have launched the book, because we had already paid for the all we're going to use before the pandemic came to place and everything is on hold. So, but it's still a room. There is a giving that in all of these challenges, there are bound to be opportunities, and we need people that are creatively inclined, that can provide solutions to these problems. And I am coming out as one of them. I have the solution to Nigeria. I have the solution to African problems. But we need people that are ready to listen. And how do you do this? You need to create a system to help the government, even without the government knowing. Create a system that, you don't necessarily need to have people carrying placards all over the place to fight. I will give you an example. Look at Uber. When Uber came into the system, they didn't have to go and fight people, the road taxi drivers, the yellow and black taxi drivers that we have all over the place. But where are they today? Right now, if you want to go anywhere, you just carry your phone and then the Uber comes and pick you. They don't have to tell people, hey, go out. There are better ways to fight crime. There are better ways to fight the system, even without you being confrontational, with this set of people. There are better ways to do them. And we have all these solutions, but we need people that are ready to listen and take action.
Okay, so I have a very strong feeling. Yes, it's 22 minutes gone past the hour of 11, just in case you're wondering. The show is the On-Air Book Club. It's not a political show. Nobody's campaigning, because at some point it started to sound like that. But it's just a man of many spaces. He's an author. That's why he's here, and he's written the book, The Competent Youth. However, yes, he was the senatorial candidate, yes, in the Ondo senatorial election, which held last year. And yes, so I guess he has so many tones and so many voices and so many things to say. And I'm just wondering how you started off so wonderfully and so amazingly, with so much strength and vigor, spiritually. And you thought, that the best way to actually penetrate, to reach the youth, is to go into the political realm. And as if that just wasn't enough for you, you went writing. There's just so much going on with you. But before you tell us what there is more to you, who would you say is a competent youth?
A competent youth is somebody who is intellectually inclined and is ready to provide solutions to problems rather than complaining. A competent youth is somebody that can go the extra mile. I could remember the present minister of New Zealand. Apparently, she's one of the most active leader that we have now in the world, and the world is looking at her presently. This woman presently, had to slash all her salary, as part of her salaries, with our civil servants. That look, the pandemic is here, and we need to do something as leaders. She's proactive. These are people that are ready to give in their best to make sure that their nation stands firm. In Nigeria, who is ready to do that? So we need these competent people. We need people that are creative, that are ready to bring about solutions. And, you're not just saying it, but you are doing it. This is being a competent youth.
Okay, so with what has been going on right now in our society, with incessant reports and cases of rape, abuse, and things going on out there, what solution would you prefer at the moment?
There are two sides to it. I made a post concerning this rape. I'm totally against it. It's uncalled for. Now, there are two things. Like I said, if the person is guilty, is found guilty, then the person should be severely dealt with. He should face the justice. He should face the court of law. If it means castrating the person, please let it be, provided it's guilty. Now, if it now happens to be false, because we have some false cases too, that somebody can just wake up and accuse you that you have raped somebody, and then they end up after probably punishing you, and then there's the other side of it that says this person is not guilty at the end of the day. So what would now happen to the person that forcefully accused the person? Now, these are two-way things. So the government of the day needs to arrest this situation. Now, I also read, I'm trying to remember her name now, but she's one of the heads, I think DG of human rights, and that was saying that, look, anybody that complains about
being assaulted, sexually assaulted,
sexually assaulted, or whatever it is, that the person will also, face the law. There should be measures to all of these things, and I think it is high time our law makers and the judiciary gets to do something about it.
Okay, all right. You have something going on?
Yes.
Okay.
Go
ahead. Go ahead.
So, we live in a time where youths especially have become they have this mindset that school is scam. Okay. So school is not needed, right? As long as you know what you want to do with your life, that school is not needed. School is just a social construct, so to say. So what are your thoughts? How important is education in being a competent youth?
In my book, I wrote it there. I mean, education is very, very important. Now, we know that the system has failed because you end up going to school. Even a PhD driver is being employed to become a truck driver. So I mean, people have the right to say education is not the way for me. Now it depends. You may want to compare yourself to the Bill Gates. Don't forget that these people that dropped out of school, they went to one of the most powerful universities in the world. So you can't compare yourself and them, that because they didn't finish school, you too will decide not to go to school and finish your education. Now it depends on you, but provided you can read and you can write, once that is happening to you, it means you must go through the walls of education. Now, once you can read and write, you know what is right from what is wrong, then you can decide to take your own destiny. That's one aspect. But for me, as well, I have a master's degree. I mean, I cannot get to this stage and not be able to say something about it. So education in one aspect is very, very important.
Very, very
if the world if we have a collective set of people that are educated today, the world will be a better place because it's one of the biggest tools.
Okay.
It's the key to success.
I'm afraid that we're out of time. And once again, yes, it just happens like that. You have to look at your clock, right?
Wow.
30 minutes just walked away.
Wow.
Run away more like it.
It walked away. It doesn't wait. That's why they say tick-tock, tick-tock. The tick-tock is not backwards. It just keeps going forward. But yes, the book is yet to be launched, is yet to be released.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, is there a way that anyone could reach it? In the meantime? Or reach you via your social media platform?
Yeah, they can reach me through my social media platform. The reason I had to put the launch on hold, one is because, they are yet to give us a date.
Okay.
But we hope that when all of this is over, we will come out.
So what's your social media handle?
My social media handle, James, for Instagram is James Useghan, at James Useghan. On Twitter is at James Useghan. Facebook, my name, James Useghan. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
I tell you, that's an amazing book. It's one that you should actually look out for.
Thank you.
But we have to go. The headline news is up at 11:30.
Wow.